So, Dr. Waldinger, can you talk directly to the person listening? Because there are so many people that write in and listen to the show around the world who either feel super lonely or they are not happy in their relationships. What is your message to that person about what's possible for them?
Yeah. Well, if you think about it, there are many reasons why you might not be happy in your relationships. And there are many reasons why you might be lonely. So let's start with your current relationships. What are the reasons for not being happy? So at the worst end, there are really toxic relationships. There are abusive relationships, relationships where we might feel afraid of a partner. Those are relationships where when we can, we need to step away. If there's violence, if there's terrible emotional or physical or sexual abuse. Okay, that's at the extreme end. But most of our relationships aren't troubled in that way. Most relationships have difficulties. I've been married for 38 years. Do I ever have disagreements with my wife? Of course. I mean, any relationship with friends or family that's of any importance is going to have disagreements. So then the question is, are those relationships worth the work of working out difficulties? And in many cases, they are worth the work. So then the question is, can you work it out? Can you, in fact, first of all, accept other people for the things you don't like as well as the things you like? Just as we hope they'll accept us for the ways that I'm annoying and don't even realize it maybe. But then can you also work out differences? Can you talk about what you care about, what's difficult for you in the relationship, and see if you and the other person can come to a better understanding? Many times that's possible.
Tell us about what you learned based on this study and the experience of being lonely.
One of the things we've learned when we study loneliness is that the causes of why we're lonely are many. And so again, the first step is to think about, why do I feel lonely? So remember, loneliness is that experience of feeling less connected to other people than I want to be. So I could be lonely in my marriage. I could be lonely in a crowd. It doesn't necessarily mean being alone on a mountaintop.
Can I just stop you right there? Because I think I just got something. I just probably 5 years ago was struggling profoundly with loneliness. I was extraordinarily busy, but I felt very disconnected from my husband, Chris. I felt like I never saw my friends. I didn't feel connected to the community that I lived in.
Yeah.
And even though I was surrounded by people all the time and on planes, at work, even standing in the kitchen with my husband, Chris, I felt this deep sense of disconnection. But I read it as something is wrong with me, as just this sort of indictment that I've done something. And the way that you just said it, I had this little epiphany where I was like, oh, wait a minute. What if when you feel lonely, it's just like a signal, sort of like hunger or thirst, that there's something that you want? There's nothing wrong with you other than the fact that you need human connection.